You where I left off last night. I don't remember anything I was doing. I needed a bow. That's what I needed. Where does one acquire a bow? Sentius. I remember his name.
Ah, you've returned. Do you have any news about your investigation?
I have so much news, bro. Can we talk about... I was hoping to ask some questions. Did I already ask him about this?
Sentius Imperiosus is my name.
I thought I asked him these
Though
things.
magistrate is the proper way to address me. Before I wound up here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome, helping protect civilization from the barbarians.
Interesting. Sorry. Messing with my headphones. I'm wondering if it's actually affecting the audio output, but it looks fine. I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome and protected civilization. What's a decurion? Sounds like you're a general or a commander.
It's a cavalry officer.
An officer.
I had 30 men under my command. This was my uniform.
A decurion, which means he is under a better than a centurion? I don't know. Cend meaning 100. Dec 10? I guess. Is that better? This was my uniform. Why are you still wearing it?
Magistrate,
Get some new clothes, dude.
A toga, but today I may need to survive long enough to create the portal for you. So it seemed prudent.
Alright. How'd you end up here?
My men and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting dignitary arriving upriver by barge. Now the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways in every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire. Unfortunately, the crowd sent my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its footing by the water's edge. The next thing I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank
escaping
not
a
far
fire
from here in the company of some stranger. I went looking for my horse and discovered that lonely temple.
Why don't I ever ask anybody about Karen? You can probably figure out the rest. No, I mean, it's probably a lot more I don't know. How did you come to be the magistrate?
I was elected 7 months ago, uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation for another election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it sooner, hoping it would placate my constituents. Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened certain elements instead.
I'm sorry, I missed some of that because I was not paying attention.
To be annual. Unfortunately, it just seems... They're supposed to be annual, but unfortunately...
Alright, let's talk about something else. You know way out of here.
If I did, I'd have led these people out of here.
Why? This place seems cool. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Plenty of time to think about it. Let me see if I can sum up my thoughts. I've always considered my guiding star to be the well-being of the Roman people. Our survival and prosperity have always hinged upon honoring the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. Give the gods what they want and we all prosper. Dishonor them and we all die. It's as simple as that. The real enemy in this place is not the Golden Rule, but human failings. The temptation to slide into degeneracy, greed, and hubris. I trust that answers your question.
Well, also, there's other issues. Like, you're trapped down here with only 20 people. Maybe that's not the best thing for civilization. So I'm going to ask you some questions about my investigation. And that's all the questions I had, bro. We talk about who's going to break the Golden Rule.
Why then did you say, it looks like you'll have to continue your investigation?
I said that.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for
because I wanted to see what the dialogue tree was, Sentius. Because I cannot speak unless prompted. I want a bow. These carrots are purple as they were before modern orange. As they were before modern orange carrots were cultivated. They don't look that purple. I see it a little bit. It's no doubt unpleasant cooking with such poor ventilation, but Romans probably regard that as their servants' problem. You're getting carbon disease. That's no good. Servants bear the brunt. I can't steal his denarius. I know what my quest is. Alright, so that's... Can I kill myself? Okay, that hurts. I see. Well.
Ave.
Ave. Ave to you as well. Alright, so that's where the Christian lady is. This is where Nevia is hiding.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Hey, it's Equitia.
A new face, Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. Interesting. I'm not sure why you... Yes, I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else?
Well, I noticed another thing, but it won't let me say it, because they all were fleeing a burning city, a burning Rome.
There are definitely some common threads there. But keep asking people how they wound up here. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
Libya's fate weighs heavily on I
back
will
to me
ask the others.
Once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Alright. I have a lot of people to meet. Hello. She is dead. I'm sorry.
Feeling all right?
Yeah. I gotta go. There's nothing to say to you. I have nothing to say to you. Oh, another person.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
Yep, that's me.
Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see
Hello.
another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design.
You're talking about my jeans?
Distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus
My Levi's?
to the farms of India. And never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know. From which exotic part of the world do you hail?
Texas. My nation does not exist. I'm from beyond the edge of the known world. Why do I have to be an edgelord? Oh, my nation doesn't exist yet. There we
Is this
go.
a riddle, or perhaps you mean to say you feel like you are ahead of your time? I feel the same way. Another reason for us to stick together. We will have much time.
It is not a
here to
riddle,
get to know
Georgius.
one another.
You're a
But
simple
for now,
man.
Do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
What's your story?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
I run the humble shop. Well, I set up a tailor shop
You mean
here.
to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
It does
I'll
seem
tell
kind of
you, It
unnecessary.
is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
Fair enough. 1 second. I gotta fix this camera. Move it just over. Perfect. Alright. How did you end up here?
Question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Tell me about Karen. Why don't you tell
I
me what you
remember
do
I had
remember?
just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy.
This guy knows how to
Quite
party.
a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I
You have a
remember
problem,
people
Georgius.
screaming,
You need to admit
then
this to
falling into
yourself.
a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
You got really wasted, dude. So, sounds like you overdid it.
Of course. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
Who's the stranger? Some people mentioned a memory lapse. Mentioned a stranger. Yes, Karen. It all comes down to Karen. Let's talk about something
Anything
else.
you like.
You know way out of here?
Not so loud. What are you playing at?
I want to leave, dude. This place sucks. Sorry, did I say
Have
the wrong
you not
thing?
been told about the last attempt?
What was the last attempt?
Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. It is a long story.
Why don't you tell me,
Of course,
dude?
the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse.
Yeah, that would make sense.
See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
Yes. Why hasn't anyone done that?
Have. I am getting to that.
Okay,
There was an
your
attempt
stories are
made by
long-winded, dude.
resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice saying the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place. And so I say, it is best to not even discuss it aloud.
Okay, building ladders against the law of the gods. What do you think about the golden rule?
Yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
You did look Greek to me. How our gods operate. Why do you say that?
Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up.
Pretty fucked up.
Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The golden rule has merely brought it into focus.
Focus. What can we do about
If
it?
we are to survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, avoid doing what you would blame others for doing.
Sounds simple enough.
It does, doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
I know, I've seen it happen.
The voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing. Do they not?
It's not against the golden rule to dress them up. Totally cool. Not a sin. Who are you gonna
That,
vote
my
for?
friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus.
Why?
I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Yeah, that's not right. Anything I can
Nothing
do to
comes
change
my
that,
mind, my friend.
buddy? What about my fist?
I
I'll be
hope
going
that
now.
our paths cross again soon.
Yes, you're a very nice man, Georgius. Dyes for coloring clothing. These appear to have been extracted from plants and insects. Okay. There was a chest. Don't steal his money. Unless I want the world to end. So is there a day-night cycle in this game? Well, should eventually just end. Don't really know. A circular loaf of bread designed to be pulled apart into wedges. It appears to be freely available to anyone who wants it. This is an ideal communist utopia down here. Clearly. Inspect the mill. A stone mill. It looks like flour and grain are poured in from above and ground between the stones as the handles are rotated. Okay. Secundus and Cythera were together until the end. Okay. No idea how any of this is helpful. We continue on. Decius's chest. And who is Decius? I feel like I've met him. Shopping list. Things to buy once I've escaped. Villa on the Aventine, Rome. 2-horse chariot. Seat on the Senate. 4-horse chariot. You just getting more and more chariots. Okay, kill up the chariots, bro. Villa on the Bay of Naples. 12 slave girls, pale and plump. This guy seems really cool. Gotta find him. Who is he? Accusatory note. Got some juicy gossip happening. Virgil, do you really want to be responsible for the sin that destroys us all? Well. What? Would it really be printed in perfect clear letters on the back there? The answer is no. Unrealistic. 0 out of 10. What? A note insinuating that Virgil is a sinner. Virgil, they may not see you yet, but I want you to know I see you. This Virgil guy. He's gonna sin. We can't allow this. A Roman fire shovel made of bronze. It smells like ash. Smells like ass. I need a bow. Where's the bow? Oh!
Help! You have to do something.
Eh.
A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
Does he have a bow? Because I'll get right on it.
Thank you. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Okay. I'll meet you over there. Did you hear that?
What?
Heard a voice whisper no.
We don't have time for this. I have to go.
Alright, you do your thing. Never mind, I don't know why I said that or anything. Wait. Lady?
The shrine is collapsing.
Oh. Jeez.
Fabia, no! Oh gods,
Oh,
dead.
Georgius.
Did anyone see that?
His love.
The whole shrine just collapsed on her.
Yeah, I saw it.
Fabia, why did you have to go in there?
Shrine may collapse at any moment. Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. Could she read? Georgius, I need to talk to you about her literacy.
I can't believe she is dead. Fabia, I mean.
She was great. I
She
knew her.
walked into that empty shrine.
I knew her
and
pretty
the next
well.
moment she is lying dead under a pile of rubble. The gods are cruel and unjust. She
No,
was like
don't
a
say it.
daughter to me. I'm sorry, friend. It's not right for.
She... Well, why didn't you tell me more about that Fabia just dying in there? Greek statue of a woman. A Greek statue, probably of the goddess to whom this temple is dedicated. Perhaps a local Greek resident knows more about her. I know a Greek guy. Ooh, back here. Secrets. This looks like someone has been through here recently. Is this Georgius's sex den? Oh, it's loading something. Interesting. I feel like I shouldn't be here. Crumbling Greek sculpture of a woman. Clearly this has been here a long time. A Greek lyre played by... being strummed by a plectrum. This is the Greek zone. This is Hades itself. Oh, I don't want to do that. Unless... No. It wouldn't let me. I couldn't jump to my death. Oh. Hello. Sex den? What's going on down here, dude?
Ah, a visitor.
Yes. That's me.
Welcome. May I ask your name?
It's JF.
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you.
What are you doing
Tell
down
me,
here?
What brings you all the way down here?
I just go
Then
wherever.
perhaps the fates brought you here to learn the secrets of this place.
Yes.
I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die
I know the
is a
feeling.
good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person
Well,
is you.
maybe
Let
out
us
of luck,
find
pal.
out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
I didn't know a god was responsible for it.
You have much to learn. It's best if you figure it out on your own. Come back once you've made progress.
Is it a bad god? Is it... I don't know. I'd really like you to tell me.
Then you should speak with your contemporaries in the city above. Ask them about their stories.
Well, that's not you telling
See
me.
if you detect a pattern of some sort. It is best
Yeah.
if you come to this realization for yourself.
Alright. Tell me about you, though.
I will tell you everything I know. But let us...
I'm tired of your riddles, old man. Okay. That was just a roundabout way back to here. But what's over here? Locked. Locked. What is that from? A large tub. Oh, I know who this is. This is Diogenes.
Ah, you've
I
returned.
know who you are. Maybe. Well, see ya, buddy. I know about your weird cave. You're probably Diogenes because you're Greek. And you live in a tub. I've read things. And he likes philosophy. But he makes me go figure out what god is causing this. I didn't know a god was causing any of this. Learning things. Solving the problem. Yes, Bo.
Stop right
Hello,
there.
ninja. I'm a ninja
looking
too.
for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Ever met the guy in my life.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something.
Are you going to
you.
explain it with your
I
arrow?
am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
It is, but I don't
Thank
know
you.
anything.
Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
It's really cool. Well, I don't like either of these options. We're just a small community of strangers, just trying, doing our best down here. What more do you want? Put the bow down.
Very welcoming of you. You want me to let my guard down, is that it? I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be...
So he's a Christian. What's a mystery
don't play
cult?
coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me. Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little
This guy's a-
mantras. The Emperor
This guy's a
may
Reddit
have tolerated
atheist.
your activities up until now, but after what Quinctius did, those days are numbered.
What did he do? Did he burn the city? Because I heard a lot about that.
You
got the
say
wrong
that,
idea,
but
dude.
If you're not a
We ain't
cult,
cultists.
then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
We're not keeping it a secret. We're all trapped
So
in
you
here.
admit you're not allowed to leave.
It's not that we're not allowed. We can't.
Threatening me is not going to help you. But in any case, that
Not
sounds
threatening
an
you.
awful lot like a cult to me.
You gotta open your
I
mind,
saw the
dude.
inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the
Listen
sins
to the
of
words
one."
I'm not
I
saying.
take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
It's not a mantra, it's a warning.
A distinction without a difference. You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense.
I've seen it, dude.
Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
Didn't make them. They were once people who were turned to gold as
You
punishment.
lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me.
You're not listening to anything I say. We didn't turn them to gold. A god did it, and we don't know which
Of course
one.
you'd say that, but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our God told us to do it. It's all
No.
clear to me now.
I didn't do
the
anything.
secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists. There's no
No.
doubt in my mind. What baffles me
Untrue.
is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quinctius is. Do not waste it.
I don't know the guy.
Very well. Here's what I know.
Tell me about him.
He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
How do you know he did it?
All I know, all I care about, is that the Emperor believes he is guilty and wants him dead. The details are not my concern. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or not?
Sounds like you treat your emperor a lot like a god. So, I have no idea who or where he is.
Then you're of no use.
Don't kill me, dude.
Do you have any last words?
I want that bow. Jesus Christ. If you fire that arrow, everyone here is going to
I'd
die.
say that's rather convenient, since I was planning to kill you all anyway.
No.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Hey, give me that. Oh. Okay. Fine. Jesus Christ. Oh, they will all turn to gold. Can I turn to gold? Should I turn to gold? I want to know where the gold. Hey, dude. What's up? Rude. I don't know where I am anymore. Sentius makes the portal. He turns into a bag of bones. Yes, the priestess? What about her? What have we done? Hey, what's up? I didn't break the golden rule. Oh, Jesus. Strafe. Well. Probably should steal a bunch. I'm gonna go steal a bunch of shit. Oh, just strafing, you know. Pro gamer skills. I'm gonna go steal all of fucking Aurelia's shit. Steal and use. Change for some of this steal item. Oh God, just move. Nope. Move, you. Thank you. That's pro gaming right there. I got a shit ton of money and proof that she's a lying, scheming scoundrel. Let's go. We into the portal we go. So, okay. Still don't have a bow, but today I'm celebrating. I made the easiest 1,000 denarii I've ever made by selling a way out to a desperate fool. Of course, it may not have been the way out he was hoping for, but hemlock still counts. Oh, so you're the one who poisoned. And since it didn't break the golden rule, I may have to try this again sometime. Wait, so... Alright, so you're a lying, scheming murderer. Hey, Galerius.
Salve, friend.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening.
Yeah, let's do this.
Poor guy. My uncle was a victim at rheumatism's altar, and he ended up killing himself.
Oh, jeez.
All right, got it.
That's it. Now go.
I'll go.
Do my
Once
things.
I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know of.
From the future. I know a lot of things. Hey, Aurelia. You scheming bitch.
Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. And, I hope you're not like any Rome.
And you're as charming as you are
Coming
beautiful.
on a bit strong, don't you?
What? You came on to
I
me.
take back what I said. Let's just forget that ever happened.
She's impossible. No way out of here?
Normally, I'd expect you to buy me a straight to business. As a matter of, I'm happy to tell you all about it,
the stone that always returns.
Not interested. I know it's a
Hardly
scam.
my fault if people misunderstand the terms of a deal.
I mean, it does say, let the buyer beware, right outside my tavern.
Can you just sell a bunch
All
of
right,
garbage?
see ya.
Put a sign on the wall that says everything's garbage?
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades.
Well, can I find the assassin and get his bow? She will guide you. Who is she? Alright, so up this way to the baths. I gotta tell Georgius about his lady. Hey, George.
Ah, a fellow traveler from greetings. My friend.
Why can't I tell him about his friend? What is this nonsense? Virgil, what's up? I don't think I've talked to you before. Whoa.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil.
Why? Is it like
Well, I'm an
Virgil
architect.
Janet
Or at least I
Berenipist?
was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Tell me about the architecture.
Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining
It's
arches.
the aqueducts.
They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm.
They bring water into the city. Can we use them to escape?
Not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more...
Well, I don't think being quiet is gonna prevent the gods from knowing about what's going on in our minds, you know. Tell me about the city's
I'm
history.
glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing
Couple
that
hundred
puzzles me.
years.
The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
What does it mean?
I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans, who first started building here, were just copying Greek architecture, which they do all the time. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived.
Yeah, I know one of them.
Which begs
He lives in the basement.
Interesting question. Who
He has a sex
really
den.
built this place? And could it be far older than any of us? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
I wonder if that's something that's possible in the future. Tell me about the temple
The
up on the
Great
bluff.
Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And
I
of
must
course
know
we
who this
can't
god
get
is.
inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, Which god is that temple dedicated to?
Probably.
And unless somebody figures out a way inside...
Well, Nivea's in there. Let's talk about something else. You know a way out of here.
I believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I tell you the same
What are
thing.
you gonna tell me?
There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a but once you get used to the fear...
Yeah, but there's gonna be an
knowing that
assassin
a
here
single
tonight.
slip-up could cost you everything. It's not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway.
What do you mean?
Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Novio Magus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans.
That sounds rough, mister. Oh, boy. I'm yawning. What do you think about the Golden
Some
Rule?
people say
It
it's
seems pretty shitty.
divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human.
Like
I
the
mean,
gods?
once
The
you've been
Roman
here
and
long
Greek
enough,
ones?
You'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty
It's a
sure
fair assessment.
I know the difference. Do you?
Not sure. I don't know anything about your gods. I noticed the graffiti. Why does someone think you're a
I
sinner?
haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
You like men?
Nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Novio Magus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say,
This
since
guy
I'm
knows-
now living
knows some
underground,
things.
halfway across the known world with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
Sorry to hear
Nice
that.
of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least I
Great
thought
progressive
that was
Romans.
the case. It seems...
You know who's writing it?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite the collection of... The strange thing is, I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure
What about-
I could
what about
have done
me?
to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
The Christians?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one
The
God,
Westboro Baptist
and that
Church?
He considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the...
I could see it. I'll look into that.
Really? I'm glad you arrived when you did. Someone who lives or works in the forum. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
Upstanding Virgil over here. Ask the merchants in the forum. Alright, I'll get right on it.
Let me know what you find.
But I want to ask you more things, though.
Any
But
news
not-
about my...
Not
is
yet.
that-
Who are you gonna vote for?
Malleolus is talking about loosening... My vote isn't...
Alright.
Nice to talk...
Nice to talk to you. I was looking for this. Looking for my web browser. Just for a moment. Alright. I'm back. Resume. Why am I talking to Georges?
Greetings and salutations.
Yes.
Hello again, my sartorial friend. What is on your mind?
Any idea who's threatening
This
Virgil?
is troubling, is it not? But my young friend Fabia confided in me that she saw someone leaving graffiti on his shop front last night. Perhaps you should ask her about it.
I will. Bobby is gonna die later, by the way. Oh no. Decius. I'll talk to him later.
Hey, Virgil.
Fabia.
Help! You have to
No.
do something.
No.
A man arrived in the baths. You.
How? I don't have a
None of us
weapon.
do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the. You'll just have to improvise.
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. I have to hide.
Do not go in there.
Why?
Just trust me.
All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Good. You don't want to go in there. Leave item. It's this Dooley's note. I did not do it. Says Dooley, protesting his innocence. Dooley, did you do it?
Hello? Hello?
That's me.
My
What's your
name's
story?
Dooley.
Hello.
I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
You didn't do anything because the golden rule didn't happen.
I don't know. I don't remember things so good.
Not so good at the
I think it's just because
thinking
I
and
was
stuff.
looking for treasure.
We're all looking for treasure, Dooley. In my heart, you're already a treasure inside my heart. Did somebody think you were gonna steal?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just
I was just looking. Is that
They
all?
said I did it more than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me
Liar
mean names.
Billy.
They called me a liar, Billy.
And they called you a liability, yeah.
Yes. They said I had to
Billy.
live here now. And gave me
In a
this
cage?
letter.
It's not nice.
But I'm not good with words. Do you?
This
think
is
you
sad.
could read it for me?
You gotta get this man out of this cage. He's just a simple boy. Reading mode. Magistrate Sentius to Duilius. I am writing you in relation to your incorrigible antisocial behavior arising from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited, lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you are incarcerated should you experience further lapses in memory. Well, he doesn't
What does it say?
understand any of that. It says they caught you trespassing several times and they locked you up to stop you breaking the golden rule.
My treasure.
More treasure? What
My
treasure?
friend Hannibal used to look after.
Charlie bit my finger.
He said he always would. But then he died. It was very sad. He said
Aw.
if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key.
Tell me more.
And made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure.
Give me the
All I
key.
remember
I'll
is
find
he
the
said
treasure.
Something about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one, now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius
Yeah, Galerius is cool.
and Ek. The
Equitia.
priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
She seems alright. Give me the key, I
Hannibal
can find out what it unlocks.
Said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
Let me talk to
Galerius
them.
already tried that. He said the
That's sad. Maybe it's time we had a new
Right.
magistrate.
Galerius. He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was
And that treasure is
in
my
the
heart.
cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
I'll get right on it. I got a lot of things, other things I gotta get right on though. I gotta get Galerius elected. Free duly from his cell. Alright. You didn't do it, guys. Let me go check this out. What's in here? Muddy golden and frozen. Ooh, old chest. Yeah, money. Rich. Something tells me money is not that useful here. Old scroll. Makes a case against the existence. The myth of the golden rule by... No. Old scroll. The myth of the golden rule by Durotus the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying my respects to the god responsible for this city. For our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion, he deserves our admiration, but here I must depart from custom, for his attempt at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching, and deserving of our contempt. Who among us has not awoken at night in a cold sweat, fearing some sort of accidental transgression of the golden rule? All of us must accept that we are all capable of error, whether from a momentary lapse in judgment or a conscious decision based on faulty reasoning. Yet the great threat, the sword of Damocles that we live under is, I believe, merely a deception, and I shall prove it to you. Let me begin by dismissing the counter-arguments. Next page. Oh. First, it may be argued that the inscription stating, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one," is evidence that the golden rule is very real, but that is logically unsound, for we cannot assume the writers knew any more than we did. That this message was inscribed does not make it true, any more than if I were to inscribe, "Durotus the Younger is a god." Second, it may be argued that the statues in this place are evidence that the golden rule is real. You need not remind me of that. It was I who discovered them all around this city. It was I who collected them, placed them in a hand cart, and placed them in the niches in which they sit today. I will not soon forget them, and yet I refuse to leap to the conclusion that they were once real people. There is simply no evidence to support that conclusion. When we read the story of Venus bringing Pygmalion sculpture Galatea to life, we do not believe it is true. Why should we take a different view here? But ultimately, these arguments are just that. After years of living in fear, there is only one way for me to prove that the golden rule is a falsehood, and that is through action. Friends, I apologize in advance for this, but one day you will see this moment as a turning point in our city's history. Let us see, once and for all, if the golden rule is real, as I strike one of you with my fist. So, that was you? And you died? That was foolish. Ulpius loves Scintilla. Corrected to Ulpius killed Scintilla. Oh, no. Intrigue. Find you where? Who are you? Tell me who you are. Alright, so this goes to that. Do, 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 do. Okay, that's a dually. I guess I'll try to get this bow again. Well, what was in here? Alright, that leads to Diogenes. And this is where this guy is. Halt!
Stop right there. I'm...
Yes, this one.
Thank you for your service to the Empire.
I'm gonna crush him.
Now, but you'd best make
Crashing
sure
his
our
head.
paths don't cross again.
Yes, go in there. It's really awesome. It's a really cool place to go. I'm very trustworthy. He's gonna hide behind this pillar. No one will suspect a thing. Sneaky boy. Over here. But many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Awesome shit in there. I didn't kill you. But this is kind of stealing, in a way. Emperor Nero has ordered the execution of a cultist named Quinctius, with different colored eyes. All loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, a citizen from the Aventine district of Rome. He is about 40 to 50 years old. He is average height, average build, has dark hair, and has one green eye and one blue eye. He is typically clean-shaven. He is known associate of cultists and suffers from delusions of grandeur. So Quinctius is Malleolus. He's got two differently colored eyes. So now I have a bow. That's cool. What's in here? Oh, these are the baths. Are there people in here? I guess not really on a sort of strict schedule at this point, since that is maybe the assassin was the only immediate danger I really had, right? I don't know. Okay. Let's go for a little swim, you know? Anything cool down here? We got nothing. There's a drawing or something. Not sure that's a... Oh, here's something. What is this? Oh, it's just another statue. Not useful. Okay. I'll check back here, but it doesn't look like there's actually anything in here. Just more statues that have been discarded like the useless golden statues they are. Oh, all the better. I'm gonna go talk to Malleolus and see what he's got to say. See if he will admit to his deceptions. Who would have suspected that someone named Malleolus would have deceptions? Silphium resin. Wait. Didn't I need that for something? It's for some quest. But I can't have it. It's stolen. I'll talk to this guy.
I'm sorry to trouble
You
you,
there?
but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying.
Yeah, I just got it from a dead guy.
To get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's bang.
I killed him.
But I'm impressed.
Indirectly.
And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts.
Cool bow, but I don't like bows and I don't want one. Go on.
Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
Oh, I know. We got the statues come to life and fire golden bows. Fire golden bows arrows at them. Those are words.
And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human
I don't think that's
life, which
true
has
because
to
I've
be
been hit by one and it only lowered my life bar.
On the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the 2 of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite.
What's up, Whale Dave? How you doing?
Interested?
Okay. Even if we were to split those riches between the 2 of us, I don't think like money is important in this place. And we have a lot of gold, so you know, the statues and all. I think you got bigger problems than cash down here, personally. I'm liking this game so far. I'm about 3 hours in right now. I put about 2 hours in yesterday. I don't know. I may have been going slow yesterday, so I didn't accomplish much. Just kind of met a bunch of people. So I just got the bow. I don't know if you played this before, but just got the bow from the assassin. He killed me in the last loop, and then I just kind of went right back and got that. So, but yeah, I like this a lot. The writing's really good. Sometimes I feel a little limited by my text options. It makes me feel like an idiot or something, like I'm role-playing an idiot. But for the most part, it's pretty self-aware. I like that. The writing's been pretty solid. I think the Golden Goose is meant to be a cautionary
I
tale.
might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
That's me. I'm very pedantic. I'm interested, I guess, just only to see if you follow your train of thought here.
Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
Not really. It'll probably refresh my memory here.
Allow me to explain.
Yes,
Diana
please.
is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
Is Diana a Greek god? Is that the shrine we were talking about earlier? And I guess you're Greek too, probably? Yeah, I mean, if you're into puzzle adventure games that are primarily dialogue based, but I haven't gotten into any other. I think there's some other aspects of the game as well, but so far it's been pretty good. I haven't really had to do much puzzle solving or thinking to do anything. I'm kind of just going through dialogue trees for the most part, but I'm pretty early, I think, and I still don't know all the characters. I'd definitely give it a shot. She's holding a golden bow, right?
I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you know what.
Without breaking you know what? My balls. Maybe you want me to steal it.
Gods, no. If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then
This
you
sounds
enter
like
the
an
shrine,
incredibly stupid
extinguish
idea.
the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step.
You know,
Now,
I'm gonna give it a
you must
go.
have questions. Ask away.
Let's try it. I want a golden bow. I want to turn things into gold. I want to know where the gold at. Why can't I just take
Because
it?
the gods would see you, of course. Hence my proposal.
Wouldn't they see me do this entirely overly complex ruse as well? Why can't you do it yourself?
I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have
That's
complete
me.
confidence in you.
Isn't that extremely
When Prometheus
dangerous?
stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
He probably was. But he did it anyways. And it's also a fake story.
So,
that's all
are
the
you
questions
in,
I had. I'll do it, but don't ever call me partner.
Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon.
Yes, you made the gold leaf.
And here we are, a gold leaf bow.
Yes, perfect. Everyone will know how rich and powerful I am now. Can you cover other things with gold leaf? I want everything I own to be covered in it.
Unlock the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
All right. Hey, tell me more.
Back.
I need some silphium resin.
All I ask is a reasonable...
What is wrong with you?
It's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Here what?
Never mind.
You sure you're feeling all right?
Right as
You're
rain,
hearing
buddy.
things. Perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navier on our hands.
Yeah, she went crazy and locked herself in a place,
She claimed the
didn't she?
statues were whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it.
Yeah, that's
Then
crazy.
she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this silphium?
Yeah, I do, and I have a lot of money.
Oh, you have it. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I'm rich. Can't you tell by my cool bow? It's covered in gold. It's covered in gold. Take. Thank
Pleasure
you.
doing business. Can I help you with anything else?
Yes. What's your
I mean, how
story,
did I
dude?
end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Oh boy, I'm gotta strap in on this one. Let's hear it.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave. Fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire.
So everyone
who
is
couldn't get to the
here
outer gate was running for the river, open to
running
escape
from
by
a
barge.
fire.
So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables.
Yeah, as a greedy merchant.
But, to my surprise, we make it. And I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin. So I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl."
And you chose the
So I
cart.
did what anyone would have done.
You chose the girl, right?
The girl? Weren't you listening? All my valuables or the girl? I mean, I can
Or
always
the
buy a
girl.
new slave girl if I still have my
Girl.
money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the
Good for
diver.
her. So you took her with you after
I
all?
dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I
You're
guess I
an
must have hit my
asshole,
head
though.
or something because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Yeah, you were a bad man. That's how you ended up here. Tell Equitia some people mentioned a coin. I guess they did. Commiserations?
Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune, because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
Dude, just give up this gold dream. You don't need gold down here. I just gave you $1,000 dues. Should be happy. You know way out of here.
Not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't know shit. Tell you. I know. Really? I know. Everyone seems really cool and normal. Especially you. Yeah, old Decius has got my back. He'll sell me out for a cart full of valuables. What do you think about the golden rule?
Inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here.
Now you're starting to understand. Any idea who's threatening Virgil?
I'm afraid, but I did overhear Fabia telling Georgius she saw something.
Oh yeah, I gotta talk to her. About her being a real dick to Virgil. Who are you gonna vote for?
I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
Well, he seems like a nice man. I'd like you to vote for Sentius. Vote for Maga Malleolus over here.
Very well. Another time.
Okay. Where's Fabia? Yes, thank you for your whispers of encouragement. So, wait. Oh, I can save this lady. Lucretia, I got cool medicine.
What are you doing in here? She needs the resin.
Yes, I know. Here.
What? Quick, Yulia. Yulia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you.
Give Sylvium resin to Ulia.
Hopefully, in a moment, she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this?
She's already
thing?
healed. Amazing. You're an incredible physician.
Are you some kind of oracle?
I'm a time traveler.
A what?
You heard me.
Sorry, I must have misheard you. I think it's your accent, because it sounded like you said time traveler.
Yep.
But whatever kind of traveler you are, that was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself.
I'm a godlike time traveler.
She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime,
yes, tell me
I'm
about
happy
the
to
cool
help
black
you
snake.
with whatever it is you need.
I don't
That's
need
a
anything from you right now. You gonna wake up? Are you better after taking a jar of unknown? Oh, you're awake. What's up? Are you healed?
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it.
Julia.
But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
Yeah. Can I ask what happened to you?
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions.
I can help you. I want to know how someone poisoned you without breaking the golden rule.
That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler.
Oh yeah? Was it Malleolus?
Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
I understand. I can't help you unless you help me.
persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you,
Oh
but
boy.
it's a long saga.
Gotta strap in once again. I have all the time in the world.
Right. I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
I
sucks.
could hardly breathe, and
Don't worry, I'm a time
I knew
traveler.
I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would
Oh
have
yes,
done
I knew
anything.
this. I already knew this
And then
is
I
what
learned
happened.
her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did.
You should get that money back. Why would he lend you so much
I had to
money?
sign an agreement saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was?
Yeah, I already know it was poison.
You figured it out already. I wish I'd been so astute.
Well,
Drink this, she
I have a
said,
quest log
and you'll be
and
out
the power of
here
time
in no
travel.
time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and
She seems to know how to skirt this golden
she
rule.
laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact,
He wants to figure out how
just
to
thanked
break the
her.
rules.
And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning.
Surely that would have broken
That's
the golden
what I
rule.
said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I
People are
owned
abusing
as
the golden
collateral,
rule. That's what I'm getting out of this.
and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She sent me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks.
Wait,
I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock.
what? I'm really confused by this story. Because I thought she got a loan to buy the way out from Aurelia, who sold her poison, and she drank it. And that's how she ended up here, but no. She was working for Malleolus, and then... I don't know. So you poisoned yourself?
I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of...
I'm sorry to hear that.
I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how
I'm a little confused by this story. So what'll happen
when
now?
I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course.
Well, there's always tomorrow when I time loop again. You can die as many times as you wish. I'm sorry, can I do anything to help?
It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me. for trying to escape.
Well,
at least until someone breaks the golden rule.
you obviously haven't done anything that bad, otherwise the golden rule would have been
Maybe
activated.
it wouldn't be so bad.
I have a better idea. You're not thinking of breaking it, are you?
Of course not. I would never.
But I can dream. I want to sing, Father. I have a better idea. How much
lot.
would it cost to buy your
But
freedom?
it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night.
Oh, I know that guy.
He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and
Saw him kill
Aurelius
himself
set
yesterday.
the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself.
Let's go save him.
Knowing
Perhaps I can help him
I
too.
doubt you could make it up to the bluff in time. I don't know who you are or why you.
I'll get right on it, just like all the other things I get right on. I gotta talk to her more.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, everything's fine. I just need to know your
my
story.
life story. Oh, well.
Gotta
I
strap
grew
in
up
for
as
more
part of a big family
extremely
in
long
Rome.
stories.
Me and 3 older sisters. Our father found good husbands for my sisters.
But not for me.
But I wasn't cut out for that kind of life. So he found me a job as a scribe for a prominent merchant. It was a good life for a while. Until 7 months ago when the fires came.
Yes, the fires.
My colleagues and I worked
Everyone talks about the
desperately
fires.
to try to protect our warehouse. We must have had 100 workers passing buckets of water, chanting prayers to Vulcan, but they fell on deaf ears. The fire was relentless and it claimed everything and everyone. Well, almost everyone. My employer told me to grab
you.
what valuables I could and flee for the Tiber with the crowds. I remember
Yes.
diving into the river and then the next thing I knew, I was waking up on the riverbank not far from here.
Was there a Karen? Did you meet Karen? Why don't I ever ask anybody about Karen? I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. But to be honest, sometimes I think dying in that fire might have been a blessing.
You are
given
depressed,
what's
aren't you?
happened since.
You seem to resolve all your... You think the solution to all your problems is to die. You know a way out of
If that's your
here?
idea of a joke, it's not funny. Go away.
No, I'm just dumb. I ask the same questions to everyone. Sorry.
I know what kind of person you are.
What? I saved your life.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Yes. Let's get this golden bow. A Roman man on his knees is uttering a desperate prayer. Clearly it fell on deaf ears. Well, this is gonna break the golden rule, isn't it? Which is fine. Hey, I want that bow. Hey.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
No, I want the bow, though. See? Okay, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm dead. I don't know if I was supposed to use it. Oh, no. I have not saved. This is gonna be terrible if I... Please. Okay, thank fucking Christ, man. I had not done any saving. Okay, I need to know your story again. Sorry to hear that. I understand. You know, way out of here. Oh, I shouldn't have asked her that. This is what happened last time anyways. Okay, I saved. I didn't even think you could just reload saves. Stuff like this. Inventory, fake golden bow. Okay. Now I want to trade it out. That doesn't do anything. Okay, that's what you wanted me to extinguish the braziers. Place with the fake. Hey, that worked. Now I have a golden bow. Cool. Turn to Decius. I'm not giving this to him.
Is that you, partner? Do you have the bow?
Oh, nope. Didn't get it. The gods were mad.
Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you.
You locked me in here?
Slow, aren't you? Yes, I locked you in. And until you give me my bow, you're gonna stay in there, like Tantalus in
This guy sucks. How is this not against the golden rule? You said you'd split the riches between the two of us.
No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, infinite wealth is still infinite. It's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh,
This guy knows his grammar too well. The gods do not take kindly to your pedantry. Let me go right now. Or when I free myself, I'm gonna kill you.
Effective threat, is it? See, your first problem is, your second problem is the golden rule. What are you gonna do? Kill us all? It's an
Maybe.
empty threat.
You don't know anything about me.
Now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognize my own handiwork.
There's no way. I'll find another way
I would
out.
reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest, and they can be rather aggressive toward intruders. You know, some say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man. But I
How do you
always
know
wondered
this?
how anyone could have known that. Let's find out if they were right, shall we?
What are you gonna do? Escape the temple. Well, I assume I can turn this. I should probably just do a save. Now that I know I can do such things. That's gold now. Okay. A lot of hornets up there. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Okay. I'm rich. I got a beehive. Made of gold. Okay, I got some arrows. What's down here? Is this where Diogenes is? I'm gonna turn him into gold. I'm gonna turn everyone into gold. Because now I have the power of the gods. The algae. Okay, do I shoot it? Oh. It's covered in butterflies, so I'm assuming so. Yes. Easy game. She's already gold. If I shoot her with an arrow, will she be double gold? Who knows? Not me. Nevia's journal.
Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me. A rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her, I heard that strained whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That was when it dawned on me.
Okay, it's not much longer.
This was no statue. This was a woman trapped within that golden prison.
And they can speak. They can turn their heads.
The others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on, I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues.
I mean, didn't we all know that?
Living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart, my beloved Galatea. I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you
Pull yourself up ledges. Only if there's a bow, though?
And why I
Or a
had to
rope,
do it.
not a bow.
The others will call me mad.
I see this game has become a platformer now for some reason.
Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you.
I'm cool with it.
I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival
Oh wait,
here,
this is repeating.
as
Please
I
stop.
walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind
I
me.
don't know if I can
A
stop it.
rasp of air, as if vocal cords of
Okay.
metal strained to
I
say
have
a
47
word or two.
arrows, that's enough.
I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that featured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse,
How did this
I
person
heard
turn
it
into
again,
gold? There's
and
no
found
one
myself
around
drawn to the statue of a Roman woman
to shoot
wearing
them
a
with it.
stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and
Jump.
disturbingly, it was as if she
Yes, I escaped from this cavern.
was looking right at
I'm gonna
me.
shoot Decius.
As
He's
I
a
walked
dick.
past her, I heard that strange whisper
Oh,
again.
this is Nevia's
And
palace.
turning back, I discovered that even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my
I gotta
soul.
talk to her.
That was when it dawned on me. This was no statue.
Anything in here?
This
Anything
was
to
a woman
read?
trapped within that golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me.
Oh, we got Skelly boys.
I knew the full horror.
Yeah, you're gold. Okay, don't do that.
On living human beings. It was that
Kick.
day, my love,
Nice.
that my heart broke.
Good use of physics. Kick your enemy when they're down. Anything in here? Is this gonna be? Is this a combat section? We Call of Duty. We might be Call of Duty. Oh, I missed. Kick. It's fun. Oh, okay. Actually kind of scared me. Back off. And kick. Yeah, flip. It's in the old chest. I will try to help you. Okay. More arrows. The arrow economy is treating me right. Tell you what. More palace stuff. I need help.
Supposed to be here.
I know. Turn the algae to gold. Yeah. I'll turn all the algae to gold. This way. Into the hole. I trust you, disembodied voice of God. It's locked. Into the hole we go. Oh no. Nope. Oh no. I fucked this up. I might die. Nah, I got it. I'm a pro gamer here. Take all the statues. Yeah. Out of my way. I fucked up. I could have just done that and won. But I'm bad. Slow reflexes. Fletched arrow. Take it. Okay, this time I'm gonna turn it. Do this shit properly. Get some arrows over here. Okay. I'm gonna save. Kick. And kick. Kick everything. That's my motto. Okay, still got way too many arrows. The enemy poses no threat to me, except I am at half health. Headshot. Oh, there are headshots. Headshot. Get fucked. Kick. Get kicked. Old chest. Got some denariuses. Turn everything to gold. All the greenery. As we know, that gold is more useful than plants that help us breathe and live. Everyone knows that. I guess these are platforms. Up we go. Oh, I guess I could have gone straight here. Maybe if this is a future run thing. Why? Wait. So is Nevia doing this? Is she like peeling? They're called peeled statues. Is she like peeling the statues to find the person inside and they're turning into zombies? That's the vibe I'm getting here. Oh boy, 75. Don't need it. I already have $1 million. 4 out of arrows. Don't need. Nope. Headshot. That last what? Very challenging combat. Pro gamers only. Hey, back off, lady. Go back to being gold. Wait, they thank me for being turned back into gold. That wasn't somebody else talking. Hey, do I want to shoot it? I don't know if I was supposed to do that. But I did it. It doesn't appear that it can be undone. Oh. We shall continue. Kick all the statues. So why not? Hello. It scared me a little bit. That's fine. More arrows. Still got a shit ton. Nothing can go wrong. Key to the palace doors. Take. Give me that.
My beloved Galatea.
Okay.
After I learned the terrible truth about the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare.
Yeah.
What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold?
Don't try to peel their flesh.
Trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine
and then I started peeling their skin
give
off.
them names, and tell them of
They
the
loved
art,
it.
of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges.
That's fucked up, lady.
Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its occupants ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor, who fell in love with a beautiful statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea had come to life. It was then that I heard you whisper to me, Galatea. Forgive me. I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a
I
story.
need to know the real name.
But when I turned to look at you,
Who is Galatea?
the most
Why are you calling
exquisitely
them
beautiful
that?
woman I have ever known. Your face, forever frozen in a look of haunting sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose. To
Okay,
free
Gold
you
Galatea
from
is the
your
statue
golden
she's
prison,
talking to.
so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper.
Oh wait, she thinks all of them are Galatea?
To me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this place, and set to work.
You've done great work here. Tell you what. Okay, you just kicked them back. Can't go. Maybe I should have seen what's in those curtains, though. I don't know. A Lararium. What's this? Alright, through here. It's already been turned to gold. That one has 2. Okay, I wish to progress, thank you. That's all turned to gold. Can I climb? What is this? Okay, I can climb on this one. It's made of gold for some reason. Guess that makes more sense than climbing on a flimsy vine, like you do in many games. Logic. Oh, hello. Hey, stop juking. That's what you get. Don't you dare juke me. Sneaking up on me like that. Have none of it.
Help us.
What? Oh my god. Help us. But then I saved. I really wanted to see what's in those curtains. It's fine. Still pro gamer. What's back here? Oh. Oh, I missed. Hey. Back off, buddy. More arrows. Wait. Wait. Where is any of this? Is it like an achievement for shooting all the vases? Kick. It's terribly exciting combat, let me tell you. I'm thrilled. On the edge of my seat. At least there's regenerating health. I'm gonna go back. I think I missed something. It's here, and then... Okay, so I went through here. If I didn't do this, and I went up, this have taken me somewhere different? Or is this literally just go... Oh. Literally just does this. So no, the answer is no. Doesn't do jack shit. You can't go that way. This is just straight linear. So off we go through here. That's blocked off. There's a bottle. It smells like fish sauce. Here's Marcus Aurelius? I don't know. That's a god. Demeter? Take a look at the scroll nearby. I will. Thanks for the tip.
My beloved Galatea, my attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan. My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that encased her, I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, was living flesh.
There's flesh beneath.
This golden alloy seems to have fused with her skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath, and appeared to cause her great pain.
Yet I kept doing it.
I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, somehow, it did not.
Because they were already gold.
God is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls does not care about their suffering.
That's a fair assessment, I guess.
They are forsaken. Undeterred, I pressed on, working late
Not
into the
deterred.
night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat.
She hated what I did.
clawing at me with all her
Don't worry, I'll kill you.
and those sharp metal talons. This was my thanks for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Iodame.
Oh, they don't like you.
She
They
was
don't like you
clearly
doing that,
not a
so stop.
suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an
I had to try
isolated
again
room
and again.
bar the
And
door.
for the 30th, the 40th time, I still did not realize they hated being freed from their
and
prison.
launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, her other experiments brought similar results, and after relocating a few times, most of the palace is
Yeah, you're an
far
idiot.
too dangerous to work in. Still, as much as my heart aches to know that you're suffering, I cannot risk attempting to rebuild you. Not until I have perfected a method that will bring you back to me, whole in both mind and body, and ensuring your humanity is preserved. I promise you this. One day we will be together, even if I have to free every last statue in this god's forsaken place.
I don't think the ends justify the means, lady. You need to be causing a lot of undue suffering. That's just my opinion, though. I'm just one man. Time traveling, bow shooting, god gamer. Whoop. What's over here? Looks like there's been a mess, a bloody mess over here. Someone's got clay. Who's got clayed this? Oh my goodness, who's gonna clean this? Hello, your head moved. Hello, housekeeping. Half-killed statue. Oh, I see. Hello. Are you Galatea? It's me. You can talk? He can talk, he can talk, he can talk. I can sing. Yes, it's me, the guy. Who are you? Oh no. It's her. You must be Nevia.
You must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And, worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away.
I think you did a lot of bad things without me being here, lady. If you attack me, we'll both end up encased in gold.
And do you think I care about that? I don't care what happens to me, as long as you get what you deserve.
I don't think I deserve this at all. This has nothing to do with me.
I locked and barred the gate. I left a message warning you all to leave me alone. I just wanted to do my experiments in peace. For her.
Who is it?
Now look at her. You made me turn the most beautiful woman I've ever seen into this. Look at her. She's in agony. All
Not my
I
fault.
wanted was to
I
spend
repeat.
my last moments with her, to see her beautiful face, to hear her speak freely, instead of in those cryptic whispers. But as soon as I began my work, she stopped whispering to me. And now I discover she started whispering to you instead.
Yeah, she says,
What's
"Don't kill
so
me."
special about you?
She says I'm really awesome and she doesn't like you anymore. And that I'm cool and don't kill me. It's not just the statue whispering to me. A lot of them do it, but it's always the same
What
voice.
do you mean the same voice?
It's like someone else is whispering to me through the statues.
Yes. I remember when they used to whisper to me.
You're not gonna kill me?
They did sound similar. I just thought it was because all voices sound the same when they whisper. But now
That's
that I think
bad
about
logic.
it, they were all benevolent and seemed to share a common knowledge. But if these bodies are mere conduits for that one voice, then this body is nobody. And everything I've done here was... Wait, I see what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything,
You're
lady.
trying to steal her away from me. Were you
Nope.
planning to wait until I die?
I don't know anything about your crazy experiments.
Then swoop in. Is that it?
No, I swear.
Liar. You tried to steal her away from me, and now look what you made me do.
You are
Give me
unstable.
one good reason
Don't
why I
peel
shouldn't
me,
peel
please.
you too.
I ended up here by accident. All I want to do is leave.
What are you talking about?
I got trapped in tunnels under the city and came up inside the palace.
So you're saying you weren't coming for us?
Yes.
So I did all this. I ruined her. For nothing.
You gonna claim that's my fault?
Oh God, I feel sick. I can't bear the thought of her being like this. And in so much pain. It's the air coming into contact with her flesh. It's agonizing for them. But the
Yeah,
only
you
way
shouldn't have
to
done it
fix
like 50 times.
Would be to break the golden rule and let it run its course. At least that way she'd be golden again, and we'd be together. All it would take is one.
Now I have a golden bow. Wait, I can undo
It's
this.
Too late. There's nothing you can do.
No, listen,
I
my
have to
bow
do
is magic.
this. I'm sorry.
I can cover her in gold again.
How?
With my magic bow.
Really? I'm not sure I believe
Yes.
you. But if you can undo this mess,
I need that.
imagine it would help Lucretia ease. But if you're lying to me, I'll...
Alright, stand back, lady. Wait, hold on. I want to talk. No, I can't. See? Magic. I'm a magic wizard.
You took away her pain. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you. I swear.
Don't thank me, I
will
just shot a
never
magic
harm
bow.
her again. I swear it. I'll stay here to keep her company. But these poor souls, what can be done for them? I've tried everything I can. I fear the only one capable of releasing them properly is whichever god doomed them in the first place. In any case, I must honor our bargain. Here's the key I promised you. It opens a chest in the Shrine of Apollo.
Alright, I don't know how that's useful to me at all. I'll take it.
Now, please leave. The door here leads out onto the palace balcony. You should be able to make your way down from there.
Goodbye,
Go,
Nevia.
and never return.
Why? That's rude. That's fucked up. You're a fucked up lady. Bye. Can't talk to you. Won't let me. Whoop. Reach the front of the palace. Oh. Whee! Zipline. Fun. where's Decius? He deserves to die. Hey, I'm gonna fuck you up, dude. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, motherfucker? Kill you. Say chowda.
You look well, my Sartorius.
Yes, I'm very well. I have magic.
Hello again.
Nothing. Where's Fabia? Now, where's the shrine? Yeah, I know.
A golden bow. Feeling all right?
That's yeah.
A shame.
I saw it. Your teacher or whoever.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
It's so majestic.
Ave, and may Vesta watch over you.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. I'm back. I've been asking people about how they wound up here.
I'm not sure.
Yes. The stranger on the riverbank.
Yes, I also had such an encounter.
Did you? People mentioned memory lapses.
I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. What else?
Some people mentioned a coin.
I suppose that could be something. But then most of us do tend to carry coins on our person, don't we? It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through.
What?
Let me ask you this. Did you happen to encounter a stranger in the forest?
Yes, her name was
before you
Karen.
arrived here?
I've been trying to tell you about her, but the dialogue options wouldn't let me.
And did you happen to catch her name?
Yep, Karen.
I see. And was this Karen by any chance wearing a hood?
No. She was wearing a hoodie.
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better
Mystery.
follow me to the baths.
All right, I'll meet you in the baths, sexy lady.
We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Yes, nobody should suspect anything. Will it actually pathfind me there? Oh, it will. I am an Oblivion NPC now. No one suspects a thing. We're not bathing together. No. Just following this lady and running forcefully into the baths. Who is he? Why is he listening? There's no one here, so no one's gonna really know Equitia. Tell me your secrets. Now, who was Livia again? I think I've met Livia. Oh, Livia's the old lady.
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood.
Yes,
Here,
tell me.
Look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little.
See, that's what I was trying to do earlier.
This light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp! But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it. Only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't
It's Karen. Like
it was C-H-A-R-O-N, as in Charon, the ferryman of the dead. Charon, who, in exchange for the right coin, helps the
So
souls
we're all
of
dead.
the newly deceased cross the Styx.
Is that what you're telling me?
The river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm
Not
so,
the Karen,
so
not-
sorry. I take it you know what this means.
This place is the underworld.
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so
Well, I know
I'll try to answer them if I can.
the name of the god. So, we're dead?
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also
Why is there so few
possible
of
for
us?
the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
Okay. Fair assessment. What can you tell me about
Oh,
Karen?
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman or even Greek, you would know these stories.
Well, I know some of
Each
these
them is
stories.
slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new
That
arrival
dialogue
cross,
line was like
only
recorded
if they
somewhere
could
else.
pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
Alright. Why didn't you all recognize Karen
To be
immediately?
fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti, and Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect
All right.
the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
My path with Karen? Why are there so few people in the underworld?
Question. Let's see. In
That
the
was my
stories,
question.
Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river, but that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins?
He loves
In
coins.
our case, it
He's a
seems Charon didn't take the
numismatist.
coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here.
Special
but so many
coins.
others did not.
Were you trying to keep this from me?
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help. I promise you.
All the questions I
Now that
had.
we know where we are, we have to figure out what... We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded
right.
the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them
Proserpina.
escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate.
Would that
So
be
it seems
Persephone?
You have
Or
2
is-
options.
Are we talking all about
to
Roman?
confront the god of the underworld head on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
I'm gonna kill Pluto with my bow. Couple headshots. Done. Can't we just escape the way we came in?
Question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left.
Yeah, I
by
know about that. Can't build ladders. Gods hate ladders. I notice you seem uncomfortable calling the god of the underworld by his name. Why is that?
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us.
Pluto, 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 Pluto.
To him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
Tell me about this guy, Pluto. Tell me more about confronting Pluto head on.
Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh. That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Yeah, I got a magic bow. Yeah, see?
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance.
Yeah, if we're in the underworld, why is there a time
If you
loop?
want to confront him, I'll help
Why
you
does
as
time
much as I
matter?
can. Who knows?
Why do I have a magic bow?
Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as
Yes.
Hercules one day.
Me,
But first,
GF,
you'd need an audience
and
with
Hercules.
you know who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base.
You
It
must
looks
collect
as
the
though
4
somebody,
plaques,
or a
place
series
them
of
in the correct
somebodies,
order.
forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those
What can you tell me about the obelisk?
towering stone monument with 4 sides and a
A
pyramid-shaped
pyramid head.
head that stands before the great temple. You'll
All right.
find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how?
There's a pyramid here.
However,
Stolen by the
this one
Romans.
is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize.
All right.
That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
Norse. Where can I find the Roman plaque?
To answer that, we first need to ask who would have defaced the obelisk in the first place. It would have had the god's name engraved into it, so it may be that whoever desecrated it wanted
But
that
you
name
seem to
be forgotten. And there's
want to
only
forget
one
this
group of
Pluto
people
guy's
I
name.
know of who might want to do that.
Oh, the
There's a cult
Christians.
in Rome that often argued there is only one true God.
The
They,
Jesus people.
They've been known to start fires, as well as deface religious monuments whose existence challenged their beliefs.
Rude.
If I were you,
Live and let
I'd
live.
go
Can't we all
looking
just
for them.
coexist?
Of course, they've all been in hiding since the fire last year, so finding them won't be easy. But I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine somewhere in the city. Perhaps, if you could find that, you might be able to recover the Roman plaque.
Secret shrine. I know where that is because I've seen the Jesus fish. Where do I find the Greek plaque?
No. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius.
I
His
bet
store is on the
Diogenes
forum.
has it in his creepy basement. Where would I find the Egyptian one?
Bash, our Egyptian resident, would be able to tell us. Unfortunately,
disappeared.
He disappeared weeks ago. But I did
Dang.
hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern. So
All right, I will do that. Where do I find the mystery
afraid
plaque?
you're on your own with that one.
Let's talk about something else.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit.
Aeneas.
The problem
Aeneas.
is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds. So they should first, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well,
I like grim
it's
tales.
a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and
So,
dragged
Persephone.
her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
Dang. She might be willing to work against him to help
If
us.
the stories are true, then I suppose so. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
I hear female statues whispering to me.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more?
Yeah, she's
Is it
pretty
the
mad.
same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It says, I'll help you and stuff.
Fascinating. Perhaps she is a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been
Perhaps.
abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Not yet.
Oh, I see. Well, let me know if you hear anything that...
I will.
Alright.
You've been very helpful,
I would
Equitia.
suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can... As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not...
I'll have a chat with
In any
Livia
case,
first.
Time is of the essence. May Fortuna guide
Well,
you.
time is
Although
not
you
of
may
the
not
essence,
need her with Proserpina on your side.
because I have unlimited time. And I'm faster than you. I'm a good runner. Weight against the current. What does it mean? I'm free. Out in the city. I'm gonna save the game so I don't lose progress. That would suck. This guy's still dead. Oh, this guy's still in sad jail. That's where the mystery plaque is. Give me that. Give me them denarius. Down we go. More wine. I have so much wine at this point. Blood in the shadows wander without flesh or bone. Sure. Does that mean they're dead? Are we all blood the shadows? Help me, Livia. Help me understand. Don't know what's going on here. Got this Talos Principle-like music. So this goes here. But there was, like... Can I shoot this? Nah. Does nothing. There was a Jesus fish around here somewhere. It was like around here. Dripping flame. Is it this way? Oh yes, here it is. Hey, Christian lady. Stop praying to Jesus and help me out here. Stone disc. Wooden carving. I think it might be religious in nature. I know. Let me in. She's not gonna let me in. Guess I'll just go talk to Livia. Okay, it's very easy to get lost here. There we go. This way, down here. I'm just going in circles, aren't I? I know it's like weird garden area. What is this? Where am I? Why am I? Goose eggs. Should I turn them to gold? I wish I did turn them to gold. Oh, can't really use anything in your inventory that much. That's not gonna help me. Alright. Time to go talk to Livia. She is over here somewhere. Swim against the current, they said. It'll be fine, they said. Getting distracted. Get my ADD under control here. Just talk to the lady. All you have to do. Don't be mean. They were gonna write. Olivia, tell me about the bloodless shadows. Am I one of them? Are we all dead? What's up?
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But
Yep,
it
that's
does
me.
not notice the crowds that come.
I figured it out.
Say it. Speak it.
The underworld.
Then it is true. I was right.
You were so right,
thought-
Livia.
I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
I will do my
Tell me.
best to remember the relevant verse. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has his cruel palace. As the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, and is never too small for any populace, nor notices the crowds that come. There the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. And still others incur
This underworld place
punishment.
sounds creepy.
I hope I have done it justice.
Yeah, that's
and
pretty
now
good.
we share a secret.
Freaking me out.
It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend. Friend, you have given me hope. Friend, you have given...
All right. Create a time paradox. Be Hercules. Decius let Julia die because he's price gouging for life-saving medicine. No, Virgil's not bad. On green eye. Democracy in action. And the fourth plaque. Not the other three. Ask the old man. Who's the old man? City's only Greek resident. Ask all the Romans about it. Found the shrine, but it's locked. What shrine? Some of these quest things aren't very specific here. Upper Cistern. Get Dooley's key to the Upper Cistern by releasing him. Find a creative way to the Upper Cistern. Would that be by using the bow? Ask Oppius how Centilla would feel about his suicide. Dig some dirt. Yes, he has different colored eyes. Well, this seems like a decent place to take a break. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Another 2 hours, 20 minutes into this one. But yeah, learning more. Actually, I have a little more direction now. Still don't know a lot of people in the city, so hoping to learn more, meet more people. Stop this asshole being an asshole. Citizen. But yeah, just gonna save here and call it a night. Thanks for anyone who's watching. And trying to get some followers, so if you like what you see, drop me a follow. Not required. I don't care. Do what you want. But I'm gonna call it a night. Have a good night. Peace.